Yo, what's up, guys? So today we're going to be going over the new Loader Magic set spoilers. They had a huge Lord of the Rings spoiler post going on yesterday. We're going to go over them today. Apologies in advance if I sound a little congested. My allergies have been acted up all morning, so um, there might be some cuts where I'm, sneezing or blowing my nose, whatever. Um, but I'm super excited about this set. The prices aren't nearly as high as Commander Masters, which is always nice. Still probably not going to be buying from the set itself. Probably maybe the Commander decks if there's something nice in them. Mainly singles. There's a huge reprint I'm very excited about. You guys know how much I love this card, but we're gonna get right into it. But before we do that, I'd like to ask you guys to go down there and hit that red subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs before the end of the year. I think we can do it. All I need is you guys' support. Share the video with your friends, your family, anybody who's into Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, card games, video games, whatever. We cover it all here. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. All right, you guys. So we're taking this directly from Magic's own website, news and announcements. This is an article by Adam Staborski and Clayton Crow. It is first look at the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth. We've got the set image. Very nice. We got like the Frodo with the Gollum, the two of them, Frodo and Samwise, and Smeagol slash Gollum, and then the Tower of Sauron with Sauron up there. Very nice, beautiful imagery. To start, we have the One Ring. It is a 4 mana legendary artifact token or artifact card with indestructible. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until your next turn. Always nice to have like protection on a stick. Um, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring. And then you have tap, put a burden counter on the One Ring, then draw a card for each burden counter on the One Ring. So it's kind of like this draw engine that the more you use it, the better the benefits, but also the drawback, hence the burden of the ring. Very thematic, really like where they're going with these cards. We get down here, we have Frodo, Sauron's Bane, and then Samwise the Stout-Hearted. These will be in the normal set. Frodo is they're both halflings. One's a citizen, one is a peasant. Nice way to differentiate between the two, considering Frodo was considered not really royalty, but he is one of the bigger families in the Shire, while as Samwise was very much like a working class. Um, we have the a new mechanic on here. Yeah. So Frodo is a 1/2 for one. Has tap 1 white or and 1 black, or 1 black and 1 black, or mismatch. If Frodo Sauron's Bane is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/3 and lifelink. So for 2 mana, you can make him a little bit stronger, which is always nice. And then tap 3 black mana. If Frodo is a scout, it becomes a halfling rogue. With whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. If the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game, otherwise the ring tempts you. We don't know what the ring tempts you mean. No cards have indicated what it is. People are theorizing that it's probably something kind of like dungeons, uh, but more so like a negative mechanic. Um, So like this is a very powerful ability on a card, but you have to go through negative mechanics to get to a point where like you can deal damage and kill a person essentially instantly. It seems very good. Then we have Samwise the Stout-Hearted, 2/1 for 2. With Flash. Flash is always nice. When Samwise the Stout-Hearted enters the battlefield, choose up to one target permanent. Um, one target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, return it to the hand, then the ring tempts you. Hold on, I'm going to increase the size of this so you guys can see the cards a little bit better. I did just notice how small the cards were, uh, like reading wise for you guys. Very nice. Very good. I guess like recursion spell. Um, a way to get back some cool cards. Also with your commander, if like somebody bops your commander, you can always just play him, get it to hand, not have to deal with the tax of commander tax, which is nice. Then we have Golem Patient Plotter, a 3/1 for 2 halfling horror. When Golem Patient Plotter leaves the battlefield, the ring tempts you, another ring tempting ability. And then tap a black, sack a creature, return Golem from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery, kind of like a Squee. Very nice. I'm sure we're gonna get multiple versions of these cards. I'm sure we'll get like a possibly a mythic Golem, maybe like a rare Samwise or something like that. Oh, definitely a mythic Frodo at some point. I'm surprised this one's not mythic considering it's, the moment where he goes to throw the ring into Mount Doom. Speaking of Mount Doom, there we do. We have a red black, a legendary land, Mount Doom. Tap, pay 1 life, add a red or black mana. Um, then we have tap one, a red and a black, tap Mount Doom deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then tap 5, tap a red and a black, tap and sack Mount Doom and a legendary artifact. Choose up to 2 creatures, then destroy the rest. Only activate as a sorcery. Um, so thematically, you would sacrifice the 1 ring with this, and then you would choose your 2 creatures, being Samwise and Frodo. That this is thematic, uh, and then you would destroy everything else. Meaning you would destroy like Sauron's army, Sauron, all that. Very nice. I don't think it'll see much play. It's a nice board wipe, but for 7 and sacking a land and sacking a legendary artifact, meaning you need to have a legendary. I don't see it getting much play. It is very cool though. Then we have the original leak that came out 2 days ago. We have Gandalf the Grey. He is a Avatar wizard for 3 colorless and is it, which is blue and red if you don't know. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, choose one that hasn't been chosen. You may tap or untap target permanent. Gandalf the Grey deals 3 damage to each opponent. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy, and then put Gandalf on top of its owner's library. Very nice. Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry about that, guys. I had to blow my nose. Then we have You Cannot Pass, a 1 white mana instant. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Um, there's been some outrage about this card because it's not you shall not pass. For those who only watch the movies, You Cannot Pass was the original line in the book. It was you cannot pass. Then Gandalf does like a little monologue about himself, and then "You shall not pass" was the ending line. So "You cannot pass" was the original line that started the whole quote. So I get it. It definitely should have been "You shall not pass" just because it's more iconic. But they might be going for, as you can tell by design wise, they're definitely going for. Except for this one. This one looks a lot like Samwise from the movie. Um, but they're definitely going for a more book accurate, I think, depiction of the Lord of the Rings. This is a very good card, by the way. This is like a plus card for white. Reprieve is also an A plus card. We have um Faramir and Eowyn, which is a very nice depiction. Love that they made Eowyn a person of color. I like that this universe is trying to make it more inclusive. I've seen a lot of people being a little upset because of the Aragorn being a person of color, but I think it's nice. We're not looking at a movie set. We're looking at a we're looking at a gigantic IP that needs to be more inclusive. Even even Tolkien himself made like notice of how problematic some of the things in his book were, like the depiction of the dwarves. Hence why he later wrote that all depictions of the dwarves that were explained in the books were from a non-dwarf uh, point of view. And then he goes on to write things from dwarves' points of view where they don't describe themselves in this greedy, almost Jewish aspect. So I like that they're kind of incorporating a more inclusive tone in the Lord of the Rings set. But this card is a 2 mana instant in white that says return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. Amazing, amazing card. This is probably going to be one of the more expensive commons in the set. I think these two will definitely be very expensive or uncommon, sorry, not commons, uncommons. Then we have the boy, the legend, Tom Bombadil, a 4/4 for all five colors. I forget what it's called. Um, he is a god bard. He is the saga commander. As long as there are four or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and indestructible. And that says whenever a final chapter ability of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a saga card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. He is um, basically Saga Cascade, but instead of on a cast trigger, it's on a completion trigger. A lot of sagas have the ability to start at turn 3, so your next turn you can just cascade into something, which is always nice. I can see a lot of people buying Tom or trying to build Tom Bombadil. I also can see a lot of these old sagas, especially from sets like Kaldheim and what was the original set that Saga started in? I can't remember the original set, but those old sagas are probably going to go for a penny. They are definitely going to raise in price, especially the mythic ones, especially the ones from the Warhammer set. Those will raise in price as well. Things like the Horus Heresy. Um, there was another one that somebody was talking about that they think will raise in price, but sagas are just going to go up in price, people. So if you want them and you want to build them, I would definitely recommend buying them. Uh, Now. I would also recommend buying from your local game store or places like Card Kingdom. I would avoid TCG Player. There's currently like a big, uh, what do they call it? Brain foggy. Um, oh, what is it called? They're doing like a strike because they want to unionize. That's what it is. They're trying to make a union for a TCG Player. And TCG Player is fighting back like very hard. So try not to support them. I have some of my last purchases through TCG Player coming in right now. I ordered them a while back, so I'm just waiting for them to come in. But I probably won't be supporting TCG Player in the future until this is resolved and they start, giving their workers what they need. Uh, we got the One Ring again right here. Oh, this is what it is. So we have the One Ring. This is what most people will pull. But then we have this. This one is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial for some reason. It is just the One Ring, but it is a one copy ever. There will be only one. It will be randomly inserted into a collector booster, which could be found in either collector booster box, loose collector booster packs, or there's a possibility it could be in a commander case. We're not, that one I'm not entirely sure, but you do get that sample collector booster. Could be in one of those. I don't know if they discount that or not. But we also have the main version, the extended art version, and then the bundle art promo version that'll be in one of or in the bundles, uh, which looks to be the art that is actually part of the big the 4 card mural of Samwise, Frodo, and Gollum. This is Gollum reaching for the ring as he falls into Mount Doom. I don't know if it's in this article, but I will try and pull it up and show it you guys. But like I was saying, this will be a one copy of one of this card is in black speech. And this will probably most likely be the most expensive card Magic the Gathering ever prints. It is literally statistically easier to pull or to win like the Mega Bucks and Mega Millions and shit like twice over than it would be to pull this card out of pack. This thing, people, I agree with a lot of people on this. This card will probably never be found. This card will probably end up in a loose pack or in a booster box and then thrown into somebody's garage or somebody's storage unit. It will never see the light of day. Which is very fitting for the One Ring, considering it went ages without being found. So I'm very, uh, I'm for it. I don't really care. It is very nice art, but in a world where or in a Magic the Gathering world where proxying is so much more common, I don't see moments where people aren't just playing the proxied version of this because there is no other version of this card that has the writing on it except for this one version, which is the serialized one. So I 100% people seeing people copy pasting this image and then just throwing it into a printer and printing their own copy is very nice though. Can't fault them on that. It's sinking um into Mount Doom. I mean, I guess that's the original art as well of it sinking into the lavas of Mount Doom, which is nice. Um, but like I said, one pack ever. You'll never 99.9999% of you will never see that card in your life. You'll never feel it in your fingers. A little sad, but it's fine. Then we have the Soul Ring reprint. We have the Elven, Dwarven, and Human Soul Ring reprints. There will be 300 double rainbow foil, 3 rings for the elves, 700 double rainbow foil for the dwarves, 7 rings for the dwarves, and 900 serialized double rainbow foil soul rings for the humans, the 9 rings for the humans. As you can see here, they have the serialized version with the blank of 900, blank of 7, and blank of 3. And then there will be 3,000, 7,000, and 9,000 non-foil variants of these cards. So overall, this card is entirely limited. There will not be that many printed, but the serialized version is very cool. And there's no reason to hate on this. It's very thematic. It's also just Soul Ring, so it's not like it's an expensive card. The only one that will probably be expensive will be these serialized versions, and it won't even be all of them. It'll be the ones with specific numbers, things like 69, 1, number 700, number 699, 420, shit like that. And even with that, the 300 one won't even reach that. It'll probably just be like 300, ring 1, ring 69, ring 99, like round numbers like that will probably be the more expensive versions of the card, whereas like these non-serialized versions will probably be like a few dollars, so they won't be super expensive, which is nice. Very I love the thematics of this set, and I'm glad that this set is also not being basically overpriced to all hell and back, considering that the commander decks are the below right below 50, which is what they're supposed to be at that after the price change. So then we have the set symbols. We have the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth, and then we have the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Earth Commander set images. They're both very nice. I definitely think that the normal set image is very much a better image. Love the design, simple but like effective. This one is nice. It's like the typical commander symbol, the shield, and then the ring on it. So both work. They're the set's coming out. As actually, you can see the set release. We have pre-release starts on June 16th to the 22nd, and then arena releases on the 20th. So like in between pre-release, and then the global tabletop is June 23rd. So June 23rd is when we'll see it. We will see more stuff at Minneapolis. Then we will see more stuff on May 30th, more card reviews between May 30th and the 9th of June. Uh Commander previews in June. We'll probably see more of the Commander stuff before then though, obviously, because this is just official leaks, like, or I guess not leaks, but previews. Leaks will come out way before then. They always do. And then we have some more celebration events, and I don't know what this holiday release is about. It's like 4 months out. That's weird. 4 months out from the set release. You can set out with the Fellowship through many paths this June and July, including starter kits, jump boosters, pre-release packs, set boosters, draft boosters, collector boosters, commander decks bundles, and bundle gift editions. We have the box toppers and buy a box promos, which are, and this is the big one. This is the big one I was talking about. The Great Henge got reprinted. It's about damn time. The card came out in Eldraine like 2 years ago. More than two, actually. When did Eldraine come out? Hold on, give me a second. Uh, one moment. Eldraine came out. What year did the hell? Throne of Eldraine. There we go. Throne of Eldraine came out in where the hell? 2019. 4 years ago. This year will be 4 years since Eldraine came out. The Great Henge is like a $60 card. This is like a mandatory card in green. Like if you're mono green or a 3-color deck, this is a mandatory card. It is free life and mana and buffs all your cards and is card draw. This is an amazing card. And 9 times out of 10 you're not casting it for more than the 2 green it costs. It is absolutely insane. I'm so happy that's getting reprinted and that it's a box topper. Box toppers have notoriously been very, very, very cheap. Um, so we also have the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, which is an artifact. It is a ensnaring bridge, right? Yeah. I can't read that. It's too small, but it's a new copy or it's a reprint of ensnaring bridge. Creatures with power greater than the number of cards in your hand can attack. And then we have Wasteland, Valley of Gorgoroth, which is always nice. But Grey Henge, the big one right there, that is by far and away the best card to get reprinted. There are 30 total Realms and Relic box toffer cards. Each either a borderless, mythic, rare land or an artifact card featuring the set code LTC and the set symbol of Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth commander cards. These Realms and Relic cards also appear in collector's boosters both in non-foil and surge foil. So they're not just box toppers, you can also get them in collector packs. I 100% see this Great Henge card uh being probably relatively priced out, just because it is the party tree. Very Lord of the Rings thematic. So I see it being probably like a $20 to $30 card at first. Non-foil. Foil will probably be close to what the normal Grey Henge is. You know how collectors are. They're gonna try and price it out to be the same price, if not more, than the current pricing of the card to try and keep their stock at as high a value as possible. So but it's more available, and I will probably be picking up a few copies just because of how much I like this card. Give me 1 second. God, these allergies are kicking my ass. Then we have a reprint of Trailblazers boots in the Lorien brooch, and we have our boy Gimli. That is Gimli and what's her name? God, what's her name? I have it on the tip of my tongue. Uh Galadriel, that's her name. We have some cool. I love that these cards have these cool little flavor text too. Not idly do the leaves of Lorien fall from Aragorn. Um, it's when it's their little brooches that they get that hold their cloaks in place. Very nice art. Not a big fan of Trailblazers boots overall. It's probably like it's not bad. It's basically giving anything like anything the ability to attack without being blocked. Because 9 times out of 10 people aren't running just basic lands in their deck. So then we have the starter kit, which is the new Aragorn and Arwen card, and then the new Sauron card. This is a dual 60 card deck, um, uh, like battle kit essentially. Like they're just like normal Magic the Gathering decks, but Lord of the Rings style. We have the new Aragorn and the new Sauron. I think the new Sauron is pretty good. The new Aragorn is all right. I don't think it's the greatest card, but I 100% believe that we're probably going to get a much better Aragorn card as well as a um we might get our own an Arwen card as well. I don't know. Arwen doesn't really do too much in the books. So I don't see her getting like too much of a like special treatment, but Aragorn will 100% have his own solo card. Then we have the bundle kit, which is 8 set boosters. And then with 8 set boosters, a theme storage box, 40 basic lands, blah, 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 blah. And then a set borderless scene cards, which is what I was talking about earlier. We have the Frodo, Sauron's Bane, and Samwise the Stout-Hearted from the climactic scene in The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which is the One Ring, Gollum, and them standing together at Mount Doom as Gollum finally gets reunited with his precious while falling into the lava of Mount Doom. So very nice. I love this like kind of theme that they're doing of art on the cards. If you didn't know, there's a huge art set of cards in this. You know how set boosters have an art card in the back, which when put together creates the fight in the Battle of Pelennor Fields, which is what we initially got as a teaser for this set. It was a big piece of art, which was the Battle of Pelennor Fields. It is art cards that you can get in each pack, and I think it's 40 cards or something like that. I forget. It's a quite a bit of art cards. Getting all of those and framing would be so nice, though. Then we have the pre-release kit, which is 6 draft boosters, a die. Wait, does that include dice anymore? I don't remember. Be among first full 6 draft boosters, 2 foil stamp promo cards, a rare mythic rare from the set. Nice packs. I assume it still comes with a die. Then we have the commander deck cards. We've had a few cards leaked from the commander decks. We have Sam, Loyal Attendant, and then we have Radagast, Wizard of the Wilds, and the Soul Ring that will be in the set, which will be of Sauron holding the ring in his hands. Radagast, uh, probably one of the more looked over characters in Lord of the Rings. People didn't really like the Hobbit movies. Um, but Radagast being one of the 5 wizards. It was the 2 that left Middle Earth, Sauron, or not Sauron, Saruman, Gandalf, and Radagast, the 5 wizards. And then we have the Sam from the commander deck. It is a partner commander with Frodo, Adventurous Hobbit. We don't know what Frodo does yet. But based on the 4 decks, we have an Abzan Food and Fellowship. So it'll be a food related deck, hence with Sam. But it's Frodo and Sam as the head commanders. Then we have a Riders of Rohan, which I think this is Eowyn. This is supposed to be the Eowyn is the commander. Then we have a Elves Council or Elven Council. This is Galadriel, and then we have a the hosts of Mordor, and this is most likely Sauron. It could be the what is his name? The Black Tongue. Is that what his name is? It could also be I think that I'm 100% certain that it is uh Sauron because of the kind of flat head with the fire on the top. Like that's 100% a Sauron card. Um, but out of these decks, I think I'm most excited about the Riders of Rohan. Maybe the Galadriel deck. I've never really played a Simic deck, blue green, but the reason I'm excited about the Riders of Rohan is because I've been praying. We haven't seen any cards related to the Riders yet, or anything Rohan related besides the instant at the beginning of the leaks that had Faramir and Eowyn on it. I'm praying that they bring back horsemanship. I am praying. I would love to see a resurgence in horsemanship. For those who don't know, horsemanship is an old keyword in Magic that basically is like Island Walk or whatever the walks are, but instead of having to do around being blocked or not being blocked at all, they have the ability to attack without being blocked unless the other person has creatures with horsemanship. So I'm praying for that to come back. I would love to see a resurgence of some of the older keywords, and the Riders of Rohan are the perfect opportunity for that. Then we have the collector booster display. Uh, Great art. Love seeing the whole Frodo being tempted by the ring art. May include serialized ring card. They have to include that. Probably won't see it. I don't think anybody will see it. And then we have the lands. We have these are the full art lands. I don't think they're printing anything other than full art lands. So for the planes, we have the Rohan in the center with its surrounding White Mountains, Helm's Deep, all that, and then we have the Shire and its surrounding mountain or surrounding fields and hills and all of that. The island has Gondor. the Bay of Beliphalis, the Belliger Sea on the other one with Enedwath, uh, Minithraith, yeah. Um, a little bit less known, I guess, than things like Rohan and Gondor and the Shire and stuff. Then we have the swamps, which, as you can predict, one of them is Mordor and Gorgoroth. And then we have the surrounding outside being the Dead Marshes and all of that, the White Mountains. And then we have the mountains, which has the literal Misty Mountains and Lorien on it. Um, we have Moria, all of that, and then we have the White Mountains with Rohan, Gondor, like just a bigger, wider area of it. And then for the forest, we have Buckland, the Old Forest. We have Mirkwood, um, Lorien, just like nice zoom ins and stuff like that of the arts. Very excited about these arts. I love the map of Lord of the Rings. We're gonna get into some of these full arts down here. Just give me one moment. Again, sorry about this, guys. My allergies are killing me. Um, so now we have some of the not full arts, but the special arts. I don't know what they're calling ring frames. That's what they're calling it. So we have Frodo Soren's main ring frame when he was hiding from the ring wraiths with the other hobbits. Don't the other hobbits aren't in the art, but that's what this moment is speaking of. We have Samwise the Stout-Hearted carrying Frodo up the mountain, up Mount Dune, the last few, I say few steps, the last basically mile that they had to climb to get to the gates of Mount Doom. Then we have Gollum, patient plotter, Gollum waiting in wait to get the ring back for himself. We have Gandalf the Grey falling into the pits of it was Moria, the mines of Moria, um, fighting the Balrog, not Balroth, Balrog, no, I forgot what the thing was called. It was the not the Balroth. That's from Brain, Brain Foggy, and then we have Tom Bombadil, the true God Bard. Love this art. Basically just a silhouette of Tom Bombadil. Most movie watchers don't know who Tom Bombadil was. He is a bigger part of the Lord of the Rings lore than the movies make. They skip over the entire Tom Bombadil sections. We have some more extended arts. We have the Shire and Mount Doom. We haven't seen the Shire card yet, but we did see Mount Doom up higher. Um, the Shire enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Taps for one green. Tap one green and one colorless, and tap an untapped creature you control. Create a food token. Then we have the extended arts of Aragorn, Sauron, and the One Ring. Then we have the art again, Borderless Scene cards, and then there it is. It is here. It is one, two, three, four, five, six. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, not as many as I was leading on before, but it is 18 arts. Scenes ranges from 2 by 2 cards, as seen above, up to 6 by 3 cards, and epic 18 cards to show an epic scene at that scale. There are 7 total scenes available in June, 5 of which appear in the Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle Earth draft set and set boosters, with all 7 appearing in collector's boosters. The scene above is available in the bundle and bundle gift edition, as well as collector boosters, and gives a taste of what to expect. Then November, 4 additional scenes, each 3 by 2 cards. So this is the biggest one, but they plan on having 5 more scenes, and then 7 and then this so 7 total, and then 4 additional scenes, which will be 3 cards, 3 down by 2 or 2 by 3, um available later on, like that. We have the jumpstart boosters, like that art of Gollum, and then the Samwise card. We have the set booster art, and then we have the draft booster art. We have the gift edition bundle, which is uh Gandalf the White riding on the Eagles. Then we have holiday release. We're gonna have a secret lair. Of course, there'll be a secret lair, and then the Tales of Middle Earth on Arena. So overall, a lot of stuff, longer video than I expected. I did not expect this video to go as long as it did. Having to stop to blow my nose, explaining a bunch of stuff. As you can tell, I'm very excited about this. Lord of the Rings is probably one of my favorite fantasy series, as is it is for a lot of people. Lord of the Rings is very influential in pop culture as a whole, considering how much is derived from the works of Tolkien. So I'm very excited about this. I'm glad that the set prices aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be much worse, considering when we saw the prices for um, Commander Masters, which still I'm very disappointed in. Um, but still, I recommend people do not buy sealed product. I know the One Ring can be tempting. I know, but it's not worth it. Buying singles is 100% the way to go. I used to be a huge buy sealed product person. I still buy sealed product now, so I'm not really practicing what I preach. Um, I usually, when I'm out with my partner and stuff, will go places that end up having sealed product and I'll buy it. But I would rather preach against it to give people a better chance at saving money and getting their cards the easiest way possible, which is buying singles. I know it can feel bad to buy a $60+ card, but you are going to spend so much more buying packs trying to pull said $60+ card. Like occasionally you will get that lucky one pack pull. I have a few stories of stuff where that's happened with me, but it is much more likely that you are going to spend more than that $60 than if you were to just buy that single card. And those cards you're pulling from those packs are not going to equal out to that $60 card, whether that be monetarily or um like feeling wise, like sentimentally, because you really want that one card and you're trying to pull it, but those cards will never add up to it. So as always, I recommend against it. Buy singles, buy from your local game stores, buy from uh reputable online dealers that are um solo sellers, shit like that. So but that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button down below to know my videos go live. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.